Hello. The convert data action will be the main focus of this tutorial. In 1.03, we looked at reading tables. These are E070 and E071. Let's take that workflow and copy it. Right-click and select Copy Here, then select your newly copied workflow. Click Save. Right-click on your newly copied workflow and rename it to 1.04. Now, eventually, this workflow, which produces a summary count of objects per transport, will be turned into an app. So we're going to register this workflow as an app. And one of the parameters is going to be this rows to read parameter, where you can select a date. That means all transports created on or after this date. But if I was to register this workflow now as an app, you could see this field and operator, low value, high value, and include, exclude on the app as a parameter. And that can be confusing to the end user. What we're going to do is use a convert data action to create this low value as a string. Then we can assign a date or calendar widget to that string. Let's hide the Model Explorer and open your component palette. We need to bring out the execute SQL statement. Drag and drop the execute SQL component and place it where it says result, choose a new table. Bring that result next to the execute SQL statement and click back on your execute SQL statement and put in a new string as well. Let's edit the SQL statement. Click F3 on your keyboard, insert row and type in the following statement. Click Run This Only, then right-click on your resource and view metadata. We see the table as it is in the right format, so let's go back into the SQL statement and insert a new row and use the insert statement to add some values. Now I see my AS4 date is greater than or equal to my string 1 and the include. So on the string 1, let's type in your date here. Now I can select Run This Only. So I see now that it's filled in my date. Now it looks like this rows to read parameter. You have the same field operator, low high value. AS4 date is greater than or equal to the date you select and include. So now we can feed it into this read SAP table. However, if you look at the rows to read parameter, it is a select list. I can see that in the property editor, result is a table. So this read SAP table action requires the rows to read to be a select list. And that's where the convert data comes in handy. So I'm bringing the convert data action. Let's drop it next to the read SAP table. Result is a table and we're going to convert it to a select list. So for in table, select results and then select a new out select list. Now let's switch this rows to read to this out select list. Click on your Read SAP Table action, click on the drop down for rows to read, and now I can take that out select list. Delete this rows to read parameter here, select it and click delete on your keyboard. Now let's hide the component palette and try to run to see if this works. Now that looks like it produced what it needed to produce, so let's go ahead and make the same report and register the workflow. Open your component palette, type in report, and let's create an HTML report. I want the summary and the EO71 results for details. My source one will be the summary and source will be EO71. How the dataset is named here will appear in the report as a link, so rename this to details. Click on Create HTML Report, give it a report URL, a new string, and you have to give it a name as well. Now click Save, and now I see a link to my report with the summary and the details of each object at each transport. Now, before we can register this as an app, we need to know that how our parameters are labeled here will appear as app parameters. So for our RFC destination, type in select system. For string 1, I'll put transports created on or after this date. Right, so here's the whole workflow. The two parameters allow the end user to select a system and a date. Expand or show your model explorer. First we have to save it, as this yellow icon here indicates that it's unsaved, so click Save. Now we have a green circle and we can register the app. So now we register the workflow as an app. We'll select both parameters, click Next. And for this transports created on or after this date, let's add or change the widget. I want a date widget and the format is 4 digits for year, 2 for month, 2 for dates. TPRT report will be the app name. Select an image and click Next. Select the workspace or project you'd like the app to be in, click Next and then Finish. Now let's go ahead and check our newly created app. Click on the Go to Apps icon, App Store, and let's install the app. Go back to your home screen, click on Default Variants, select your system, and now select a date that you want to run the analysis on. Let's choose Quick Run. I see the status is running. I'm going to click F5 on my keyboard, and under my results, I do have results now. And here's my summary, and as well as the details. So, thank you for watching.